Yep. Y'all already know who it is, y'all. It's King Gade with the Wizards Review. And I'm feeling good right now. You know what I mean? We got a win. And I know the opponent isn't at the top of the East, but a win is a win. You know what I'm saying? We needed it. We were on a losing streak. And we had a bounce back win. Great team win. You know what I mean? A lot of players contributed. A lot of players made things happen. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy with what I saw tonight. Not everything I was happy with. You know what I mean? There's some reoccurring problems that we've been seeing game after game. You know what I mean? That potentially could have cost us the game. You know what I mean? We could have lost this game, but we did it. You know what I mean? We got it done. So let's just get right into it. So since we won the game, I got to start with the things I didn't like tonight. You know what I'm saying? And off jump, man. Oh, like literally off jump. Like first possession, first Pistons possession, they had multiple offensive rebounds. And it's funny because at the end of the game, it was kind of the same thing. They got we couldn't rebound the ball. We couldn't secure the ball. And we just, you know what I mean? We couldn't secure the ball and let them have a chance to win the game. But at the beginning of the game, it was like 3 offensive rebounds on the first possession, and they ended up scoring. You know what I mean? So off jump, that was kind of like an omen to some of the issues we were going to have this evening. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. Cade Cunningham, I mean, we saw him last time we played him, and he looked good then. He looked good tonight. He's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely worth the first round pick that he got. I mean, that he was chosen with. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely the truth. He started hot. I mean, 8 points, 6 rebounds in the first quarter. You know what I mean? And then he had a crazy dunk on Kispert in the third quarter. You know what I mean? So you know I don't like any of my players getting posterized the way that he did. That definitely is a poster. ESPN top 10 type play that happened to Kispert tonight, man. So I'm sorry that happened to him. You know what I mean? But Cade Cunningham had a really good game, and he looks every bit of a first round pick. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. Sadiq Bey started off really hot as well, and he was hot throughout the game, you know what I mean? But he was extremely aggressive to start the game, you know what I mean? And just based on the comments that, the media has been saying, I haven't been watching the Pistons, but I've heard lately he's been stepping his game up, and it definitely showed tonight. So I definitely didn't like that. We had a few bad turnovers in the first half, really throughout the game. I think in the fourth quarter we had a few sloppy turnovers, but we definitely had some bad turnovers in the first half. And then early in the game, first quarter, Kuzma had one of the turnovers. He had 2 turnovers really early in the game. Now, one of the turnovers he had, it would have been a sweet pass to Gafford, and he just didn't see it coming. But I'm not going to blame him, Kuzma. I'm not going to go too hard on him for that turnover, because if he made that and Gafford understood what was going on, that would have been a sweet play. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're going to have turnovers where you're making those type of passes, trying to hope that your teammates on the same page that you are on, and sometimes he's just not. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to kill him for it. He had 5 turnovers tonight, and you know how I feel about a player that has 5 turnovers or more. You can't have higher than a C+ grade for the game. I don't care if you have 50 points and 10 rebounds and 8 assists. If you have 5 or more turnovers, I might give him a B-, depending on the game. You know what I mean? So I thought Kuzma played. I will give him a C+ because he had a quiet 21, but he almost had a double-double, 21 and 9. You know what I mean? But in the fourth quarter, he really stepped up and was just aggressive. Didn't settle for jumpers, didn't settle for threes, went straight to the paint and drew fouls. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to kill him too much for the turnovers because he definitely helped us win the game. But he did have some bad turnovers for sure. I felt overall the Pistons at times tonight scored a little bit too easily. You know what I mean? There were times when they had extended runs, multiple runs throughout the game. And even the fourth quarter, when we had the lead, double-digit lead, which is a problem that has occurred in recent games and cost us some games. We had leads in the fourth quarter, and then we let them go. You know what I'm saying? And the big reason, this is why Kyle Kuzma, although I'm impressed with his development, and liking how he's playing and knowing that he'll be a key piece to what we're going to do moving forward. This type of game and the games that we lost, the last few games that we lost, close games that we had to lead in the fourth quarter, a closer, a real number one option would have won those type of games. Even a debatable Bradley Beal. Well, there's times Bradley Beal turns the ball over in the fourth quarter. So let's not front like he's known to be a closer, because I'm going to keep it real. He's not. But even if he was on the floor, maybe Kuzma may have been more effective as a number 2 or number 3. You know what I'm saying? But as of now, tonight, even us winning by 3, we should have won by more. But we don't have a true closer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't. So it really shows up at the ends of games when we look like we have control of the game. But these are NBA players, and our opponent comes back, and we have to grind it out to get the win. You know what I'm saying? If we had a closer, then some of these problems would be alleviated. But unfortunately, we don't. And as a result, sometimes we have to the nail-biting, closing finishes. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, so the Pistons, I felt, scored a little bit too easily. And to emphasize that point, throughout the first half, we had the lead. Throughout the first half, you know what I'm saying? But somehow, at halftime, we were down 1 point. You know what I mean? So it just shows that although we were controlling the game, we will have lapses, and they'd be critical lapses. Enough of a lapse to let the other team get back in the game and gain confidence and feel like they could win the game. You know what I mean? So we really have to work on that, but we have to understand that we don't have our best players, and our best player is really a number 2 or number 3 option on a championship team. You know what I mean? So let's just keep it a buck. There were times Neto was over dribbling. Overall, I felt he had a nice game tonight. You know what I mean? He's definitely getting more and more comfortable as a starter. You know what I mean? So I definitely like the things that he's doing, but there's some things that, that over dribbling, thinking that he's nicer than he is at times, causing us to get into bad shots or turning the ball over. You know what I mean? He got to get better at that, man. Just passing the ball, getting to an open spot, catching and shooting like he does. When he does that, he's much more effective. You know what I'm saying? And then also, his height, he's just small, and you could tell that the Pistons made an effort to take it to him us on defense and them on offense. You know what I mean? Take advantage of the size mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Because he struggles guarding bigger guards, and most small guards are going to struggle guarding bigger guards. You know what I mean? So Neto is no exception. I felt at the end of the third quarter we lost composure. We let the Pistons get on an 11-1 run, get right back in the game. You know what I mean? And again, that's what I'm talking about. We can't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? So now, fortunately, we get in the fourth quarter. The Wizards start fast, take a big lead, and we even go up double digits, go up 10 points, and it looks like we might cruise to victory. But again, the Pistons come back and tie the game up. You know what I'm saying? They go on their own run, tie the game up, and then we have to fight to get the win. So again, man, although we got the win, that is definitely disappointing, especially against a team that is clearly rebuilding. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that, but I'm happy that we got the win, man. And that's everything that I didn't like tonight. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we're going to have to get better at, especially on defense, especially closing games. Although we all know we're shorthanded, and we have to take into account that. We can't discount that, especially in the NBA. Although we don't make excuses, we got to get the win, and we got the win. Sometimes they're just going to be tougher than they should be. But as long as we get the win, that's all that matters, yo. So anyway, man, let's talk about everything that I liked. There was a lot of stuff that I liked tonight, man. And off jump, man, our offense was very efficient. We moved the ball very well tonight. I really liked what I saw. With the offense just running much more smooth, much better overall. Win or lose, our offense just looks better than it has looked before the trade deadline. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. We had 10 assists by the second quarter as a team. You know what I mean? And we shot 50% throughout the first half. As a matter of fact, let me make sure. I really think that we shot exactly 50% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, and 80% from the free throw line for the game. You know what I mean? So that is definitely efficiency on offense on the highest level. You know what I mean? Like 50% even. Like half of our shots, field goals, three-pointers, we made them. You know what I'm saying? So again, that just shows that our ball movement, our offense is getting more and more comfortable. And again, I know we're playing the Pistons, but they're still an NBA team. And we still had issues no matter who we played running an efficient offense. So just to be able to do that shows that we're growing and we're developing and we're building chemistry, and I definitely like that. Gafford, man, he looked good tonight, man. Just very, very active on both sides of the ball, man. Dunking the ball, alley-oops getting thrown at him, dunking on people, you know what I'm saying, and blocking shots. I mean, this is what we pay Gafford for. This is why he got that 2-year, $40 million deal. You know what I'm saying? To do these things, dunk the ball, give us energy, and block shots, get rebounds. I mean, that's what we expect from him, and that's what he definitely gave us tonight. He had 3 blocks tonight. The team as a whole had 8 blocks. Even Kuzma had 2 blocks. So overall, great effort by Gafford tonight. Definitely like him back in the starting lineup. And again, I know that when he was benched for a little bit and not getting no playing time, I know that was a call. That was above Coach Unsel's pay grade. That wasn't his call. We all know that for sure now. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like what I saw from him, man. Again, I just mentioned it. Us shooting the ball well from the three-point line as a team. Like, we've been known this season as one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. So lately, we've been getting more and more efficient shooting the three-point ball, which shows, again, our offense is getting more and more comfortable with each other, more efficient. Ball movement is looking much more crisp. You know what I mean? So I like that, man. I just like everything that I'm seeing. Kuzma, again, leading scorer, setting the tone. He didn't shoot the ball overall. Well, hold on. I think he did shoot a little. 7 for 15, a little under 50%. So that's good. I'm not going to knock that. But he got a lot of his damage in the fourth quarter where he really needed it. He really closed the game for us in the fourth quarter as a leader is supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. He just set the tone overall, though, and I like that. KCP was hot as well tonight at times. Hit 2 big three-pointers in the first quarter, again, setting the tone. Kuzma and KCP combined for 15 points. 5 for 6 shooting and 4 assists in the first quarter. So those 2 veterans setting the tone for the Wizards tonight was definitely a big boost and definitely helped us get this win. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. Denny, before he got hurt, he came in, was playing effective on defense. Very strong defense off the bench, man. So he knocked knees. I forgot who. I think Sadiq Bey. I think so. I'm not sure. But he knocked knees and he didn't get back in the game, man. Hopefully it's just an injury that'll just keep him out and he'll be back next game. You know what I'm saying? But before he got hurt, he was definitely effective playing defense, and that's what we like from Denny. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that. I already mentioned Neto tonight. Very efficient scoring tonight. Very aggressive. Very smart with the ball for the most part. And he's just getting more and more comfortable being a starter. You know what I'm saying? It was Latinx night in the Capital One Arena. You know what I mean? So I guess he was feeding off of that energy. Had people in the crowd doing the salsa and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like seeing that. Man. Also pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? He also pushed the pace. Ish Smith as well. I mean, I'm just liking that Ish Smith, Neto pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? And it's just definitely a big departure from, Dinwiddie's pace, slow pace, walking the ball up. So I definitely like us pushing the pace up. And I feel that's one of the big reasons why offense is moving much more efficiently, much more crisp. We're just moving the ball faster. The pace is just much better. So I definitely like seeing that. Corey Kispert, hitting threes, man, just being effective. Had the best plus minus on the team tonight because he's just a smart player. You know what I'm saying? Not very good at defense, but very just effective as a team defender. Still has to hit the three a little more consistently, but he's hitting it more consistent. You know what I mean? But he's still missing threes that he shouldn't miss. But still, you could just see him getting better, earning his minutes, earning the trust of the coaching staff, earning the trust of his teammates just by being a smart player. So I definitely like seeing that. Bryant, man, he had a presence tonight in the paint, and he also hit some threes tonight. You know what I mean? So just an in and out game, just another weapon, versatile weapon, definitely a change of pace, change of feel at the center position from Gafford. So I definitely like the change up when Bryant comes up off the bench from Gafford, because Gafford don't hit threes. He's not a threat from the perimeter. But then you bring a player, a center that is a threat from the perimeter. Sometimes a team might sleep because they forget that the backup center can hit threes. You know what I mean? So I definitely like just the change up and what he can do and what he brings to the table. And he just had a good night tonight, man. Thomas Sadaransky, we re-signed him. And I always liked Sado. It wasn't like we were like, we need to get him out of town. He was just a player that was involved, included in trade packages. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely provided size, could play the point, could play the two. He played the two mostly tonight, and just provided an extra body at the at the guard position tonight. And I felt his contributions, he didn't score in double figures, but he had assists, a couple rebounds, hit closing free throws, hit a couple, field goals. He did a little bit of everything, man. And I just felt that his contributions helped us get the win. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't here tonight, we might have lost the game, man. So it's definitely good to have him back. And, hopefully, at time, well, I don't know, man. He could play off the ball, play the two, back up Kispert. You know what I mean? I just like that he's always been a solid player, in my opinion. Not great, but a good role player and knows his role, and he plays his role effectively. And I felt he did that to the T tonight, especially this being his first game back with the Wizards, man. So I definitely like what I saw from Sadaransky. We had a fast start for the third quarter. After going down 1 point, after really controlling the first half, but going into halftime down one, coming out in the third quarter fast and going back up. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the lead, and we let them come back in. But we're going to work on that and hopefully get better at taking leads and keeping leads. You know what I'm saying? All our starters were in double figures by early third quarter tonight. And we had 8 players in double figures tonight, man. So, again, man, that just shows ball movement, not one man dominating the ball, chemistry, all the things that we look for in an efficient offense were displayed tonight. And 8 players scoring double figures is definitely a key metric to show that the team is running an efficient offense. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. The whole rotation shot over. Everybody who played tonight shot over 40% from the floor. And again, that's another metric just showing how our offense is becoming much more efficient. You know what I mean? So imagine when we have our better players in and they buy in and just run the offense the way it's supposed to be ran. You know what I mean? Imagine Porzingis with Kuzma and the rest of the cast running an efficient offense. It could be really scary if they can continue to run the offense and be this efficient. You know what I mean? So I definitely like what I saw, man. Rui hit some big threes in the fourth quarter, man. And not only in the fourth quarter, but just throughout the game, especially in the second half. But the way he's shooting the three, the confidence, like now, there were times like in previous seasons where we would be like, he would pass up shots and we as fans would be mad because he's just looked like he's kind of nervous and scared. But now it's like he wants the ball and he knows he's going to make the three, man. So it definitely shows that he was working on his game when he was out. You know what I'm saying? Because that 3-point shot is nothing but net. You know what I mean? So I definitely like seeing that from him, man. We ended the third quarter in an 8-0 run, and we extended that run into the fourth quarter and eventually had a 20-0 run. You know what I mean? So again, a 20-0 run in the fourth quarter, third going into the fourth quarter, should be enough to close the game out. But unfortunately, that 20-0 run led us up, gave us a 10-point lead that the Pistons were able to overcome and tie the game. You know what I mean? They went on a 10-0 run. They went on a 10-0 run in the fourth quarter and tied the game. So I definitely didn't like that, but I like the fact that we, could at least establish a 20-0 run. You know what I'm saying? It shows, again, the potential. It shows that our offense is really running. But to give up these leads, double-digit leads, just show we got work to do on the defensive end, and we need to lock in better and not get complacent when we get double-digit leads. So we got a lot of work to do in that regard. The big alley-oop Neto had from Bryant really, I felt, was a momentum shifter type play. Neto, just a sweet pass, and Bryant with the one-hand dunk over a Piston. It was pretty. It was a beautiful play. It looked like something Gafford would do. So to have Gafford and Bryant being able to do crazy, high energy, bring your teammates, jump off the bench type dunks, it's beautiful, man. So I definitely like that. And then Kuzma, man, just not settling. Again, I already mentioned this, but not settling in the fourth and being a closer and making sure he got to the line. And not only got to the line, hit the free throws and closed the game. You know what I'm saying? A true leader, definitely the best player on our team right now. And right now that's playing. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely like what he did and not settle for threes like he did in previous games that we ended up losing, man. So he definitely was one of the big reasons why we won the game tonight, man. So yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Overall, man, great team win, great effort, great chemistry, just growing and keeping us in the play-in picture. I think Atlanta was playing Boston tonight, and if I'm correct, Boston was up, and if Atlanta loses, we're one game back from Atlanta. So and they're in the 10th spot. We're in the 11th spot. We need to get at least to the 10th spot to get into the play-in. So we want Atlanta to lose, and we have them coming up in like the next 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean? So that's definitely a game where we can switch spots and take control of our own destiny, man. So like what I saw, man. Like what I saw, and hopefully we can continue this and build on this and get some more wins. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, if you like the content, you like what you heard, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the Xbox Series S and X on NBA 2K22. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, great win. You know what I'm saying? Let's enjoy it till the next game, man. Hope you guys have a good evening. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Take it easy. Until next time. Peace.